Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
And we serve as the voice to the Truthful Black community.
Again, we got Dr. Candace Matthews.
A lot of these documents, looking at.
We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media.
This country is supposed to be about the land of the free for all. It has not been free for Black people, and we are tired.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
So I came across this video on TikTok. It's by a man by the name of Michael Scott Chitwood. He's one of the folks, and he was asked, do Black people have to work twice as hard as white people? I will also add that he is married to a sister, has been married to her for 25 years, and he thinks he has the answers. You just have to watch this, and then we'll unpack it. Take a look.
Black folks don't actually have to work twice as hard as white folks to get to the same place in life. Let me explain. See, when I started dating Danny, I actually had no real clue just how different the world treated white folks and Black folks. And so when I would hear my Black friends say that they had to work twice as hard as white folks to get to the same place in work or in life, it used to frustrate me. Honestly, it hurt my feelings, made me feel bad. Like they thought that I didn't work hard. But the reality was that I have a predictable equation for the amount of work I put in and the results that I can expect. I put in X amount of work and I can expect to get Y results. And so when I would hear that Black folks' equation, or they thought their equation was 2X equals Y, it didn't make sense to me. But now, after being married to Danny for 24 years, having a front row seat for the past 26 years to her life, to see her experiences in the workplace and friendships and relationships, I actually think the equation is even different than 2X. I actually think if the equation was just 2X equals Y, if Black folks only had to put in twice as much work to get the same results as white folks, just about every one of my Black friends and family would take that deal, as unfair as it seems. The equation, I think, is something more like $X equals Y, meaning that there is just a huge unknown variable in the equation at all times. My wife has been passed up for job opportunities, for promotions, many times when she's twice as qualified and works 3 times harder than her white counterparts, but is passed up for opportunities. I've seen her get up time and time again and continue to put in tireless effort that goes thankless, goes without being appreciated in the workplace, gives where other folks get the credit for the work she's done. And what I've learned is she has had to develop and have a strength that I've never had to have and never will need to have. It's heartbreaking to sit by and watch the person you love more than anything in the world have to face this type of bias and discrimination in life.
So, anybody? I feel like I'm being punked. I feel like Ashton Kutcher is going to jump out at any moment and say you've been punked. This man started by saying Black people do not have to work as hard as white people. Then he said, let me explain. Then he reduced us to equations, 2xy versus x equals y, and then an unknown variable. Look, we have to work twice as hard, 3 times as hard, 4 times as hard, 5 times as hard. That is a fact. So I am going to debunk the first comment he made by saying we do not. And then he tries to reduce us to equations. And then says, in the end, we are an unknown variable. It's not really 2x. You're right about that. It's more than 2x. It's, like I said, 3, 4, 5, 6 times as hard. Then he says that, he mentions that he's been married to a sister for 25 years, and he has witnessed all of her hard work and being passed up time and time again for promotions. And he also mentions that she has had to display the level of strength that he has never had to, nor will he have to. So to stand there and say that we don't have to work twice as hard, and then say this, it's like, which one is it, sir? He also mentions that if 2xy meaning that if we only had to work 2 times as hard, that we wouldn't pass that up that deal. We would take that deal. No, we wouldn't. Because at the end of the day, we just want to be treated equally. We just want an equal shot. We don't want to and should not have to work twice as hard, 3 times as hard, 4 times as hard, up and up and up in order to earn our keep or in order to be considered for something that one of the folks would be considered for and not have to work as hard. We want equality. So please don't speak for us and say that we as Black people would not pass it up. We would take that deal if that's what we were offered. No, we don't want crumbs. And don't reduce us to predictable equations. We are human beings who want to be treated the same way that everybody else that walks on this planet is treated. We will not accept being discriminated against. If I was this sister who's married to this man, you need to sit him down and give him an education lesson on what Black people are, because clearly he's been married to you for 25 years and still doesn't understand, nor will he ever, nor will the folks ever really understand. They can be married to, they can have a best friend, they can have a cousin, aunt, stepfather, stepmother, whatever you want it, whatever it is. You will not understand. So please do not go on camera and reduce us to an equation and try to explain what we face and why we are expected to or not expected to work twice as hard. You don't get it. So everything you said is absolutely ridiculous. You will witness what we go through, but you will never understand it and try to correlate our lives and what we face and what we go through to X equals Y and 2Y and 2X and unvariables and unknown variables. Please get out of here with that. Get out of here. Let me know what you all think about this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this content. Also download the African Diaspora News app. You can grab it at the Google or Apple store or head over to africandiasporanews.org and grab it there. You'll have access to content you won't see here or anywhere else, so grab that app. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel, EA Public Relations. Until next time, please be safe, everyone.